Nick Fury, he's only got one eye, but how did he lose his eye? If you want to find out how, go see Captain Marvel. Hello everyone and welcome to the podcast. We obviously last week we did tease that we were going to do another You Hate It, I Love It episode. Sadly, Francis is not feeling too well this week.
I'm a bit poorly.
It's a bit poorly, so we don't want to put quite that amount of work in really because, someone's a little under the weather.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So we did go and see Captain Marvel.
We did.
We're going to have a brief talk about Captain Marvel and just things in general around the world, but not
Around
really.
the world?
Mainly just about Captain Marvel.
Good.
Okay, so Francis, what did you think of Captain Marvel?
Well, I thought Brie Larson, amazing. She is really good. I love her.
I would
She's
agree.
amazing.
Yeah. The film in general, how did you think that was?
I thought it was very good. Witty, lots of fighting, lots of that sort of thing. And an all-round good-hearted film.
Yeah.
Baddie, goodie.
I would agree. Yeah.
For people in need.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't want to say by the numbers. I think that kind of does it down, but definitely a Marvel film very well executed.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, you go to the Marvel films to see the things. The things were all there.
They were.
Except this time you had a badass chick in the lead role, which was a nice change.
Yeah.
And I must say, I really liked that it was set in the 90s. It makes it a nice change as well.
Well, it needed to be because it needed to be before the Avengers.
I know.
Which I didn't know till I watched the film.
Are you girl-splaining?
What?
You're girl-splaining.
What was that? Girl
You
explain.
sexist. Yeah. Can't really say anything. I haven't really got any negatives around it, I'd say. Everything was very highly well delivered. Yeah. Well, there you go. That's all our pre-spoiler talk, really.
Oopsie, we should have said spoilers.
We haven't spoiled anything.
I know we haven't.
No, and we won't.
What are we going to talk about
until
then?
I say. Well, yeah. What was your favourite part without going into spoilers?
Well, we have to, because otherwise...
Yeah, okay. What was the thing you liked most about the film?
The cat.
Yeah, there's a cat in it. That was featured pretty heavily in the trailer. Yeah, without going too much into detail. The cat was your favourite part of the film.
Well, I liked him. He was cute, even though cats hate me. My mum's cats hate me. Mum, if you listen to this, your cats hate me. I don't know why.
Why do you think cats hate you?
I don't know.
No?
It just made me give this dog aura off or something.
Well, you think maybe cats divide humans into two groups?
Dog lovers, dog haters.
Yeah, whether you're on the side of dogs or cats.
Yeah.
When cats eventually take over, they'll like separate us into
camps.
It'd
be like the apocalypse.
yeah.
You like dogs, you are going to die.
Feline, Canine civil war will break out, and mankind will be divided along those lines.
Yes.
Yeah. See, all the right-wing people are always going, there's going to be a race war. I think there is going to be a race war between dogs and cats. We're going to get dragged into it, and that's how we'll have to divide up.
Dogs and cats?
Yeah. It'd be a tough one to call.
Oh, I don't know, because...
I would go on the side of dogs, I think.
Yeah, I would, because I like them more.
Plus, dogs are better fighters.
Ooh.
They're not as clever. Cats are better hunters.
Yeah, cats are clever, aren't they?
Yeah, but there's probably more dogs than cats as well.
We have to get some Dobermans involved. They're meant to be clever, aren't they?
Are they?
I don't know.
What are the ones they use in experiments? Beagles. They're just like smoking.
Spaniels are clever. No, they're just physically fit.
Whatever ones win crafts, they're the generals of the dogs.
Yes.
Yeah. And police dogs.
Yes.
Who left their phone on during the podcast?
That was you. Beep, beep.
Beep, bzz, bzz.
Anyway, going back to My favourite part would be, I would think, where what they thought the baddies were actually the goodies.
Right, so your favourite part involves some spoilers, so we'll get to that shortly.
Yeah.
Who would you recommend this film to people?
Everyone!
To everyone. Obviously people who like Marvel films.
Well, I think even if you don't like a Marvel film, it's still got like...
Are we at the level now with the MCU films where you won't know what's going on if you haven't seen the previous ones?
No.
I don't think so much with the Marvel ones, but if this was your first Marvel film, and then you're like, oh, she's going to be in this Avengers Endgame that's coming out in April, and you went and saw that, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm glad they kind of made this film, because a lot of the other films, I didn't know where a lot of the things came from, but this film kind of explains it all.
Also just inadvertently let off a spoiler there, but I don't think anyone was surprised that Captain Marvel will be in Avengers Endgame. Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously that was going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. And Marvel have spoiled things anyway. Like, we know there's going to be a Spider-Man film. Like, so he's coming back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
that kind of pisses all over everything. I was a bit annoyed they trailered that so early. But
yeah.
Marvel are going for gold this year. 3 movies, I think. Plus a Hellboy. And obviously an X-Men film. Still not a Disney property. But, yeah. That's five Marvel properties out there. So yeah, people have been shitting all over the Hellboy trailer. I
don't know why. It's not that bad.
Good. I think people like the Ron Perlman ones.
Yeah, but he's not in it anymore.
He's too old.
Yeah.
Relaunching
Things have to move on.
X-Men relaunched. Marvel's going to get an overhaul.
Same as you can have a woman...
Exactly.
In a superhero role.
You can, yeah. Well, yeah, I think before we get into some spoiler stuff.
Okay.
We talked about it a bit last week. I got on my high horse, especially after seeing the Ruth Bader Ginsburg film. I was flying the lady flag.
Oh, yes. Yeah, yes, sorry.
All last week. It's been going on all week. This, the fucking internet creeps.
Don't swear.
I apologise.
Children are listening.
They shouldn't be, because it's labelled explicit.
Oh, okay.
So if children are listening, earmuffs. No, I'm joking. All the internet creeps been out this week trying to destroy this film like they could. That's the busiest I've seen a cinema since Avengers Infinity War.
There were children in there. Adults, parents.
Yeah, obviously, for the normal people who go to cinemas, a child in a Marvel film isn't a standout thing.
No.
But we obviously go to grown-up cinema. We don't like children.
There were children there. They were very quiet.
Some sods have smuggled their kids in. Kids are allowed.
They were very well behaved.
It's just, it's prohibitively expensive, the cinema we go to. It's
not that expensive.
It's not if you remember, which is what we are. It's expensive if you don't go very much. I don't think it's going to work. So basically what they've been trying to do is going on Rotten Tomatoes, even if they haven't seen the film, and leaving a negative score. Trying to drive down the thing so people don't go and see it. But the trailers, people don't go, I won't go and see this film until I've got on Rotten Tomatoes.
Because a lot of people I don't even know what Rotten Tomatoes is.
It's not a huge thing in Britain.
No.
In America, I think people pay a bit more attention to it. But again, if you haven't kind of got the idea now that the Marvel films are going to be, at the very least, competent.
And as well, you can't let somebody else make your mind up for you. Sometimes you just have to go and watch a film yourself.
I don't really pay attention, even though I do reviews of films. I don't pay any attention to reviews at all before I go and see something.
Yeah.
I base it purely if I didn't have much interest in seeing it, I'll go on word of mouth. But I've never once. Usually I just look at the trailer, go, oh, that looks good, and then I'll go and see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I'll just look at the actors that are in it and base it on that. Yeah, so a pathetic attempt as usual to try and reverse progress, but it won't work.
It won't work.
But I have enjoyed them telling people to go and see Alita Battle Angel instead. Which
I thought it was good though.
Yeah, enjoy the boring film instead of the good one. Yeah. So yeah, I'd recommend it.
What was your favourite part?
My favourite part, without spoiling it.
Yeah.
That's a very good question.
Go on
Haven't
then.
really given it much thought. Just her in general, I'd say. She was, they took time out. What I liked most about it, before we get to spoilers, is it kind of broke the mould of the usual origin story superhero. Like, we leap straight into the film and she's already Captain Marvel. She's already kicking ass, so she's got her powers.
Oh, yeah.
She's not quite as powerful as she wants to be.
No.
She's not, like, fully realised it. But you haven't got this usual, like, I'm just a normal person. And then she gets the powers, and then at the end they just sort of ham-fistedly give her someone to punch at the end.
Yes.
She was all in the Marvel Universe already. We've seen all things we knew. You've got Ronan the Accuser back, and the Kree and the Skrulls.
Oh, spoiler!
Ronan's in it. Yeah. If you're a Marvel nerd, you'd have already seen the Kree ships, so you should know that Ronan was going to be in there. I'm not spoiling it for the Marvel geeks.
Okay.
So it was a much better structure. I was expecting it to be very formulaic.
I mean like the other ones.
Yeah, like the usual
show
ones.
how it all happens.
They start as a normal person, they get their superpowers, and then in the last half an hour they punch people, and that's the end.
No.
It didn't. It was very much broke the mould in more ways
She is Captain Marvel though.
She is Captain Marvel, and she will be in Avengers Endgame. Very exciting.
Oh.
So yeah, favourite parts then, and we'll get into spoilers. So if you don't want the film to be spoiled anyway, if you've not seen it and you're worried about us ruining how it all goes, switch off, and we'll see you next time when we do a proper episode of the podcast. Thank you for listening. Bye. So we're in the spoiler section now.
We are.
So talk about some stuff that happened in the film. Favourite parts.
Wow, we finally find out how he loses his eye.
We find out how Nick Fury lost his eye.
Ah.
You will find out if you go and see Captain Marvel. He loses his eye.
Bloody cats! I
cat,
told ya.
A cat scratches him.
Cats are little shits.
It wasn't a cat. It was an alien.
It was the cat.
But he loses it while the cat is still in cat form.
Exactly, because the cat was being a little shit.
Tentacle monster form. But that cat would have been scared because it was up in a spaceship.
He was in the spaceship before and he didn't scratch him.
I wondered how he got to Earth. Because it was an alien.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that'll be revealed in a later film.
Maybe.
I'm hoping there'll be like more Captain Marvel films and that cat will just be around.
All the time.
Yeah. I'd like if that cat was the solution to beating Thanos. That would be amazing.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'd say my favourite part, I really liked the scroll. Like the ones who could change their appearances.
And they were good in the end.
And it was a big twist, and I really liked that.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of saw it coming. Yeah, I kind of saw it coming.
Yeah.
They'd turn out to be the good guys. Cause,
Do you reckon?
Well, I was the Kree. I knew Ronan, the Accuser from the bad guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, was a Kree person. So I was like, I thought Kree were bad. So I kept waiting for them. Yeah, I thought maybe I need
to pay more attention.
Oh, well, Christ, that was... How long ago was Guardians of the Galaxy now? 5 years, maybe? Yeah.
A while ago.
Yeah, it was
Were they the guys in the space where they came and shot them up?
Yeah, the ones at the end where she knocks the ships out and he's all like... His face is like, oh my God. They just...
Yeah.
Let's go back to the jump point.
Yes.
Yeah, I was hoping he'd be in it more. I like the actor Lee Pace who plays him.
Yeah, but he's
I'm sure
he is the...
Wait, no, he gets killed in Guardians of the Galaxy. He tries to hold on to an Infinity Stone and gets vaporized, so we won't be seeing him again.
No.
Yeah. Although, come on, this film's about magic superheroes. So, who knows?
You never know.
Yeah, I'm still hoping for Gamora and Loki to come back. Don't think so, though.
No.
Some of them have got to die. Yeah. I liked that. I liked the scroll. Hopefully they'll reappear. I
think they will.
I'm gonna have a quick check about who played the lead.
What's
Skrull.
his name, innit?
It wasn't. It was Robert Kaczynski.
That's it.
Yeah.
He plays in loads of stuff, doesn't he?
I think he's done a lot of telly. Yeah.
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 He has done some...
I won't worry. I'm going to edit all this bit out because it wasn't very interesting.
Well, my cat story.
No, your cat story will stay in. Just me looking for Robert Kaczynski.
Well, people won't know why I was telling a cat story if you edit it out.
I won't edit it all out. Just edit out the noise and me going, oh, it would just be, who played him? And then it would just cut back into, it was Robert Kaczynski.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Don't cut any of my good stuff out.
It will go, I'm just going to look, and then I'll put your joke and your cat story in.
Yeah.
And then it will just be going, it was Robert Kaczynski.
What's the next question?
Well, are you looking forward to Avengers Endgame?
Well, I wasn't, because...
Why weren't you?
I don't know, because... I don't know, because... I just felt like it was just another Avengers film.
Really? Because they lose.
Yeah, I know they do.
Mm.
But maybe it's just because I'd watched them in quick succession. You know, like... There were a lot of other Marvel films around that time. You know, when you get a bit oversaturated by Marvel...
I don't know. I don't think they did the opposite of rush to the the end.
No, not them, not the Avengers, but there was a lot of other sort of films that were similar around that time. Maybe I was just a bit...
I think it came quite soon after The Last Jedi, which was another one where you're like seeing a lot of characters you like sort of disappearing.
Yeah.
Because you come out of The Last Jedi, you know, although you're going to use a bit of Carrie Fisher footage in the next one, you know Carrie Fisher's gone. Yeah. And we're never going to see her again.
Maybe it was just too much heartache.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Too much too
But
fast.
now, however, now I cannot bloody wait. Because she's in it.
Well,
I think maybe I need a new character.
I can kind of get on board with that. Because I was expecting... I didn't really know there was going to be this sort of two-part thing to the Infinity War.
No.
Which I don't get me wrong, I love it.
Good.
More Marvel, more Avengers. Happy with that. So it was a big surprise. I thought basically it would end with a few of the Avengers dying. I was just expected Tony Stark to go, and that would be the end.
Yeah.
That will probably be the end of the next film.
Yeah, I think so.
They're gonna trim off some of the fat because there's too many characters at the moment, and they need to put some new ones in, like Captain Marvel.
Yes.
She will obviously be making several films. Spider-Man's staying, obviously, because there's another Spider-Man film coming up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm glad now. I want to see it now because it's gonna be. I don't know. I didn't understand a few of the bits, and now I do.
Yeah, I mean...
like where the Tesseract came from.
But the Tesseract, again, because the thing with the Tesseract, it's been going into like every Marvel film. Oh no, there's a Tesseract again.
Yeah.
But obviously, Captain America takes it off the Red Skull and crashes it in the Captain America film. And then when they find Captain America and unfreeze him, they find the Tesseract and they look after it. So obviously in that intervening time, that woman found it and used it to make her spaceship. And she was going to take it away and give it to the Kree. So another twist on the Tesseract, which has now ended up on Thanos.
Yeah.
So, some exciting stuff to look forward to in Avengers Endgame. I was already very excited for it, and I'm very excited that Brie Larson and Captain Marvel will be in it. I wasn't in any real doubt that she wouldn't be.
No.
Especially at the end of Infinity War where he's calling her.
Exactly.
Can we Captain Marvel? Cool. I'm very, very excited she's going to be in it. Looking forward to Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
Yeah. Haven't got much else to talk about.
No, I thought it was a very good film.
In regards to that movie. Yeah, loved it. Go see it. Yeah, it's good. We haven't even spoiled it very much.
No.
Haven't gone into great detail on any of the scenes. You obviously know how it goes now, but doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. Go see that.
And I promise next week we'll do
we'll have a high energy Francis back.
I love it, you hate it.
We'll do You Love It, I Hate It. We've chosen our movies now.
We have.
So if you want to watch them prior to the episode,
yes.
What are you going to inflict on me?
Couples Retreat!
Couples Retreat? The comedy that should be funny but isn't.
It is funny.
It's not funny, it's rubbish.
It is funny.
And I'm going to make you watch A Ghost Story with Casey Affleck,
Ooh.
which is a hipster nightmare.
Brilliant. Sounds riveting.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It features an 8-minute scene where a woman eats a pie.
Oh, God.
You'll love it. It's a masterpiece.
Okay.
Okay? It won the Sundance Film Festival. Yeah.
Where credit's due.
Shit films don't win the Sundance.
No, exactly.
No.
That's what I meant.
But I still think you'll hate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we shall see.
We shall see. And yeah, on another note, a huge amount of new listeners this week.
Thank you very much.
We are blown away. Thank you very much for listening, and for the handful of people that are regularly listening. Still a big surprise. We hope you've enjoyed a sketchy bit that came out this week, our sketch show that we are both in.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, not written by us.
No? Who was it written by?
Several people. They're all credited at the
Oh.
end. Yeah.
Lovely.
I like how you haven't even listened to it.
I haven't had time.
You've been very busy with your cold.
I have.
Yeah. So all you've done is appear in it, but you've never listened.
No, but I will, I promise.
Okay. And yeah, there was another episode of Investigations of the Oddly Strange out this week, as there will be next week, episode 4. Maybe you should appear in Investigations of the Oddly Strange.
I could wear like a monocle hat.
No, you wouldn't need a costume at all if you're in the audio version.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Cool.
Although, of course, to create authenticity, all the people that act in Investigations of the Oddly Strange are in full costume.
Okay.
All the people. Because it's not just me doing
could
all the
wear-
voices.
I could wear Pete Thompson's, that Mad Hatter hat. I could wear that.
Yeah, Pete Thompson's Mad Hatter hat. You want to tell us who Pete Thompson is?
Yes, Pete, if you're listening.
Yeah. Oh, does Pete listen?
He does.
Thanks for listening, Pete. There's a lot of Pete's involved
There
in this
is.
podcast. We've got listeners called Pete. We've got Pete in it. It's very good. Lots of Pete's. If you're called Pete and have yet to identify yourself to us, we'd love to hear from you.
We would.
And in future, I'll try and do an episode where there's like 5 or 6 Pete's in the room. It'd be fun. Because it'd still be the Pete and Fran podcast.
It would.
Would it be Pete's and Fran? Alternatively, if your name is Fran and you're listening,
Yes.
get in touch. We'll put you in an episode as well. We'll have
Yes.
multiple Frans, multiple Pete's.
Oh, gosh.
It'd be like an enormous party.
It would.
A Pete and Fran fest. If you're a man called Fran, because that can be a man's name too.
Can be Francis.
Yeah, if you're
with
Fran
an I.
Healy from Travis, especially, we'd
Ooh.
love to have you on, a celebrity
would.
guest. So yeah, if you're listening, get in touch. If you're a famous Pete, get in touch. If you're Pete Holmes, the comedian, if you're
Oh, that'd be nice,
Pete
wouldn't it?
Townsend from The Who,
Oh,
get
I
in
don't know
touch.
how many Pete's there were, but there's quite a few.
Lots of famous Petes. If you're Peter Crouch, especially because he's got a very popular podcast.
He
so
has.
If we could cross brand, we could gain some more listeners.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Imagine-
I'd like to meet Peter Crouch.
Yeah.
He's
He
very
could bring-
tall,
he
isn't
could
he?
bring his very pretty wife round for dinner. We'd talk about football
We would.
and being tall.
He is very tall.
He is very tall. But our house isn't like a hobbit house.
No, he'd be alright.
He'd be alright, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just put his dinner up somewhere high.
Yeah. Like for horses, they put him on fire.
Yeah. Well, there's a shelf there. Put it on there. Abby's very tall as well.
She is.
They could have theirs up high and we'd just sit at normal level.
Like the,
Like
in
in
that
BFG.
film. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit like that. Yeah.
Anyway, we're rambling.
Anyway,
Sorry.
enough wittering. I'm just trying to get it over 25 minutes, which we've succeeded in doing. There's your quality content. It's us talking about cats and dogs fighting a civil war,
Yeah.
feeding tall footballers on shelves. Thank you very much for listening. We're
Thank you.
blown away by over 100 listens this week. If we can keep that level up, who knows? Maybe we'll start making some sweet, sweet moolah.
I don't think so. But you never know.
I would be amazed. If we can keep up 100 listens a week, you don't think we're going to get a few advertisers?
I'd like to advertise Bare Minerals.
Okay, plug that.
As in Bare Minerals makeup.
Yeah, do it. They might send us some. Go on, tell us all about Bare Minerals.
Bare
makeup.
Minerals, Dermalogica.
This is why you don't get work in advertising. Just saying the name of the product. What do you like about Bare Minerals makeup?
It's very good.
Okay.
Makes you look so good. Very minimalistic.
Right, so in what way does it make you look good?
Just makes you look good. Because you don't have to put that much on. It's called Bare Minerals.
If you're a potential sponsor and are listening to this podcast, I'll do the adverts.
All right then, let's wrap it up. I think I'm delusional.
I think you've started to lose focus on the world due to cold. Those of you who have listened from the start will have obviously heard me during my flu period.
I know.
Yeah, so you know how badly we suffer from illness in this house.
It's terrible.
But don't worry, we're not always ill. We're often healthy. So thank you very much for listening. Keep doing so. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Share it on social media. If you've got anything you'd like to ask us, or anything you want us to read out, want to suggest a film for us to watch, please get in touch via the usual channels on Twitter.
Yes.
I am at Pete Langhout. You are at F Langhout. You're on Instagram.
Oh yes, Francis Langhout, very unoriginal.
Yeah, and if you want to email in, it's at Pete Langhout 30. It's not at Pete Langhout 30. That's a crap email. It's just Pete Langhout 30 at gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for listening.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next week for another You Hate It, I Love It. There'll be episodes of the sitcom and sketch show up this week as well. Thank you very much for listening. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Toodles.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.